Here we are in Chapter 2 review exercises numbers 15 through 21. Unit conversion stuff. So we start off with number 15. If there are 29 newts per sickle, so that would we do 29 knoots. And if you're not sure where this is from Harry Potter. That's how many newts per sickle there are. We want to know how many sickles per newt. So that flips it over, tells us we've got to have 1 over 29 sickles per knut. Better get a calculator for that one. I don't know what that is. 1 divided by 29. And that is 0.0345. Who knew? 0.0345 sickles per newt. Yeah, that Wizarding World. I think J.K. Rowling had fun making up these weird prime numbers of how many for each one. All right, number 16. There are 0.394 inches per centimeter. So 0.394 inches per centimeter. How many centimeters per inch? Which means we've got to flip that over. So 1 over 0.394 centimeters per inch. Well, let's plug that in. 1 divided by 1 over 0.394. Enter. 2.54. So 2.54 centimeters per inch. Good. Number 17, it says how many gallons are in 17.4 liters? And then it gives us the conversion factor, 3.79 liters per gallon. All right, so we have 17.4 liters. And it says 3.7 liters per gallon. Now remember, we're going to gallons. So if we multiply, we've got to multiply by something that says gallons on top. So this is the wrong conversion factor right here. If it's 3.79 liters per gallon, we've got to flip that over and change it into gallons per liter. We've got to change it to times it by something gallons per liter. So we got to flip that guy over. 1 divided by, oops, that was just a times, divided by 3.79. It's 0.264. 0.264. So now we can just times it, right? Because then when we times and we get gallons are left over. So let's times that guy. 0.264 times 17.4, and that's 4.6 gallons. 4.6 gallons. Is that pretty close? Yeah, 4.59 if we wanted to leave 2 decimal places there. That's all right. All right, last one. How many pounds in 79 kilograms? So we have 79 kilograms. Now, can we times by just this? We're looking for pounds. So in the conversion factor, that has to be on the top. Pounds per kilogram. Yes, this is it. We can just times by 2.2 pounds per kilogram. And when we times these, you've got kilograms on the top and the bottom. So this is nice. 17 was a little bit tough because we had to switch this around like we did up here on 15 and 16. Oh, I like that. 79 times 2.2. And there we have it, 173.8 pounds, 173.8 lbs. Why is that for pounds? I don't know, but that's what it is. All right, number 19, multiple. Oh boy, multiple unit conversions. We may need some of this space out here. A rope weighs 9 ounces OZ per foot. And it says how many pounds per inch. So we have to times by something. It says there are 12 inches per foot and 16 ounces per pound. So we've got to end up with pounds on top, right? So we need to make sure that, oh, this 16 ounces, we've got to make sure that that's flipped over. So 1 over 16 pounds per ounce. So you could write it like that, or if you wanted to take this and write it as the 0.06333, that's fine. And then, or 0, yeah, I think that's what it is. Or sorry, 0.0625. That number right there is 0.0625. Okay. So we had to turn that guy upside down. Now on the next one, we have to get rid of feet on the bottom. So we have to times by some feet on the top, and we need inches on the bottom. Wow, this is 2 of them. This is pretty tough. So 9 ounces per foot, we're going to times by that, and the ounces will cancel. Now when we times by inches per foot, we got to flip that up over on its head like that, and then the feet will cancel. Okay, so that's multiplication of fractions. Anything on the top will cancel with anything on the bottom, even units. And so now we have 9 times 0.0625, and then let's take 1 divided by 12 and see what this other is, 0.08333. So this guy right here is 0.0833 forever. So we need to take 9 times 0.0625 times 0.083333, and then that will give us how many pounds per, that's gone, inch. All right, let's times that. We got that number times 0.0625 times 9. And it is 0.047. Yeah, we can do that. So equals 0.047, and that is now in pounds per inch. Pounds per inch. Whew, that was a tough one. Let's do another one like that. 20. It weighs 8 pounds per gallon. So let's write that, 8 pounds per gallon. Now we're going to times it by something. How many ounces per quart? So we're going to times it by 2 things. This is a multiple unit conversion. So we're going to times it by 1, 2, and we need to equal ounces per quart. All right. So we've got to change gallons into quarts. And ounces, pounds into ounces. So let's look at this. 16 ounces per pound. Now look at that. We want ounces on the top. Let's write this out. 16 ounces per pound, just as it says it here. And does that work? Will we get rid of pounds and put ounces on top? We will. That's an LB. I should write that out a little bit different. So pounds, that'll be good. Okay, so now on the next one, there are 4 quarts per gallon. I want you to look at this guy. If we times these, will the gallons cancel and the quarts be left on the bottom? They won't. The most common question right now is, how do I know if just to times it by this number or if I have to flip it like I did up in 15 and 16? This is how you know. If I times these, I have to times them like fractions, so the gallons will cancel and I'll be left with quarts on the bottom. So that 4 quarts per gallon is not the right way to write that. We've got to flip it over. Let's back up, and it's got to be 1/4, and that's gallons. So we're taking this right here and flipping it over. So it's 1/4, and that'll give us gallons per quarts. And now when we times it, look at that. Gallons, gone. And what are we left with? Ounces and quarts. So this is going to be 8 times 16, and this is a decimal. 1/4 is 1 divided by 4. That's 0.25 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 0.25. So you have 8 times 16 times 0.25. Let's do that. 0.25 times 16 times 8. Enter. That is 32. 32 ounces per quart. All right, the last one. We have a car is traveling at 75 miles per hour. So let's write that out. 75 miles per hour. How fast is that in feet per minute? So we're going to times it by something, and then we're going to times it by something again, and get feet per minute. All right, let's see if we can do this. We have 5,280 feet per mile. Let's see if that works just writing it out normally. 5,280 feet per mile. If we times these, will miles cancel and feet be left alone? It will, so we don't have to switch that guy at all. Now let's try the next one. There are 60 minutes per hour. Write it down just normal, 60 minutes per hour. If we times these, does the hour go away and leave a minute? It does not. So back up, flip it over, 1/60th, and that is now, it was minutes per hour. That's hours per minute. So we flipped it over, and now when we times them, the hours will go away and we'll be left with minutes. So let's look right there. Let's turn that guy into a decimal, 1 divided by 60. And that's 0.0166 on forever. Excellent. So let's times those three together. So if we just take 75 times 5280 times this decimal, 1/60th, and some of you may see you could take 75 times this divided by 60, and that will be the same thing. Let's go ahead and we've got 1 divided by 60 there, times by 5280 times by 75. And it is 6,600 feet per minute. Indeed. Excellent. That's 15 through 21.